Good afternoon. Now the teaching, the third thought that changed the mind is cause and karma. Correct in your mind. Why is cause and karma third thought? Okay, first we have precious human life. First thought. Second, impermanence of life. Second thoughts that change your mind. Now the third, why third cause and karma? Because now again, sooner or later, we will fall under the power of impermanence, right? Especially the power of the death. We have this picture. This is Buddha himself made it, actually. This is the symbol of death, right? Yaman. They call it Yaman Taka. Shinji shit. Yaman, the symbol of our death. And then there is the around the outside, that is the towel links the dependent origination, how we return into samsara. And then we have six realms. Buddha spoke the six realms, and then we have the characteristic of samsara. Well, the birth, old age, sickness, and death. So that's four. Our life, characteristic of our life is this four of this our life. And then the central, there is a pig, there is a snake, there is a chicken, right? No. Okay. So those are symbol of the attachment, anger, and ignorance. So now we have the precious life. It is impermanence, but after death, Buddhist point of view, we do not disappeared. That means it will be not completely over, right? Because of the karma, the cause and condition, the cause and karma. So to help us understand the relation between cause and condition and their results, the Buddha taught about karma. So karma, what is karma? Karma is accumulated on the mind. All the habitual patterns of our positive, negative karma accumulated upon our minds, right? And to eventually give rise to different appearance, different experience. And those imprints of different karma can only be placed in the mind. Remember last time we talked about the alaya. So not be placed in the metals, because our physical body has no ability to bear and hold the imprints of karma. So when we do any action of body, speech, and mind, the mind connected with it has any of either positive, negative karma, whatever, that karmic seed is planted in the mind. Okay? And that karmic seed is a cause which has the potential to produce an effect later on. So therefore it is important to understand the cause and karma, because karma explains so much about our experiences, and it's experience with actions. We should take what kind of action we should take, what kind of action we should avoid. So karma explains all of that. So it gives us another opportunity, our improve, develop our positive karma. So, and the important thing we need to remember is that the result of every action are certain. Everything that we experience is, the Buddhist point of view, result of past our actions. So that's why we are, Buddha said, that responsible for our own experience of our karma. So again, according to Buddhism, it is important to know that everything is arising depends on cause and condition, right? Cause and condition, you know that. That is what we call it dependent arising. But it is actually talking about karma. So when we're talking about karma, there is a collective karma and there is individual karma, right? Collective karma is the actions that we do together as a group. And the result of that karma we experience very much, same way. And individual karma is people who creating through their own individual actions, and the result of which each person will experience differently. That's individual karma. So Buddhism, the karma is everything. Karma is everything. Because karma means action. Do you understand that? Karma means action. Action a lot. Mental action, verbal action, physical action. So all of this we call karma. So then actions can be good, can be not good, or neutral, three ways. So all of that karma, we call karma, because karma literally means action. So we have to know that. These actions, all these three actions, let's say, can be either completely good actions, positive, or completely negative, or combination of both, positive and negative. Most our actions actually both, right? Buddha's bodhisattva's actions completely positive, right? But our karma is both, sometimes good, sometimes not good. So these actions are based on cause and karma, cause and effect, cause and condition, cause and condition. That is what we call karma or dependent arising, right? So every action has an effect that will eventually ripen. And that's karma. And there are different ways that this effect ripen. Sometimes this effect will be experienced in this life. Sometimes we believe that it will be experienced in the next life. And others will be experienced in uncertain lifetime. But we will experience each one of them when the right conditions, causes, conditions come together. So it actually depends how we accumulate our karma. So therefore, after practice impermanence, it is important to understand cause and karma, because karma is something that you accumulated for yourself and then get back as a result for yourself. Because you will not experience the result of someone else's karma that they had accumulated, but you will experience the result of the karma that you have accumulated, right? That is how it is. That's why Buddha said, you are the responsible and taking care of your karma. That is how it is. For example, if you practice bodhicitta mind, that means when you eat with bodhicitta. When you stand with bodhicitta. When you sit with bodhicitta. When you sleep with bodhicitta. Everything. When you look at what bodhicitta. When you, whatever you do, when you speak with bodhicitta. So if you do all your actions with bodhicitta all the time, one day, sooner or later, you will reach the Buddhahood, enlightenment, through that kind of action. And that enlightenment is the result of your positive actions. Through that actions, you will be able to diminish your negative karma. You will be able to stop accumulate your future negative karma. So you will get the result of practice bodhicitta, not me. That's what that the karma is absolutely inevitable, which means that it will give a result according to how you made it, how you accumulate it, good or bad. It works exactly the way it is supposed to work. That's why hluamepa, limdi hluamepa in Tibet. Karma is inevitable. That is how it is. The Buddha cannot diminish your karma. Karma impermanent. That's why you can purify. Karma is permanent, you cannot purify, right? Permanent, you cannot change. But impermanent, you can change.
So everything's impermanent, even karma.
And there is nothing permanent in this world whatsoever. Nothing. Permanent is only a word. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Do you understand? If karma is permanent, what is the point? What is the point of our meditation? If we can't purify, then why we do this? I'm tired. I have a headache. If we can't change, why we do this? Why we spend time and waste our time like this, right? But we can. Believe me, we can change our karma. Means like you purify or you diminish your negative karma means it's not actually you can't see it. More you purify, more your mind work better. You see things pleasant, and your mind, your personal knowledge, everything has become gentle, kinder. That science that shows that you are purifying your negative karmas. If you meditate and you, what do you call it? Your attitude, get angry easily or attach to many things more and more desire, that means something is wrong with your meditation. So karma is, if you don't purify it, it's inevitable. You will get the result one day. I don't know when, right? I don't know, because without omniscient mind, this kind of things unpredictable. Only Buddha knows, right? Your question?
Yeah, I want to ask about prayer. So, like, if you're praying for someone, it seems like
Prayer is like your rain. That shows like you have a prayer is.
It seems like you're trying to affect someone else. You're trying to help purify someone else's, suffering.
Right. That's why only Buddha said that you practice compassion for somebody, but actually Buddha said you will get the benefit.
So with the right motivation.
Yep, with the right motivation, and because you develop your compassion. So actually both. So if you practice compassion, you develop your compassion, right?
Your prayers can affect.
Prayer can someone else's because then this person will not harm from you or from somebody. Actually, prayers is like reminder. You think about the meaning of prayer. Everything's about like bodhicitta, how you practice bodhicitta, how you practice devotion. So it's like a reminder, it's nothing other than that. So for example, when we say the impermanence prayer, oh, your life is impermanence. And then you should not waste your time like that. So it makes you remind your life is impermanent. So that means you have to do something right away. You understand? And then some prayers and mantras you do something for others with your great motivation. That's if you have a really connection with this person, maybe she will get the benefit. I'm not so sure about it, but it's definitely for yourself. Really, you can change and you can develop your wisdom, you can purify your karma, you can change your attitude. That's for sure through your practice. That's what I believe. Otherwise, think about Buddha, right? Think about Buddha. He said, I am awakened person. That means no obstacles, no disturbing thoughts, right? Full of compassion, right? During his lifetime, so many negative people around him. Why he can't change them? Why he can't? Why he couldn't help them? Because they need to take responsibility, their attitude, right? So Buddha, even though he's full of compassion, lots of capacity, but he can't change. He can't change your karma. He can't diminish. He can't take away your negative karma. Because you accumulated your negative karma. You will get the result, that negative karma, right? It doesn't make sense, right? If you do something negative like kill, steal, whatever, and then you will not get the result of that negative because Buddha took it. Buddha diminished. Buddha take your negative karma. It doesn't make sense, right? Because
No, but he can influence you to recognize.
of course that's why he give teachings. That's the only he can help. You follow his teachings and practice, then that's his capacity. Because his teachings are perfect, right? There's no defect, no problem with his teachings. So if you take that and practice, change your karma, then it will work. Then it will work. Then you can say, oh, Buddha helped me, or take away my karma or diminish my karma because of his teaching. That's can. That's very possible, right? Otherwise, if you don't practice at all, don't follow his instructions, instead do bad things, then he can't help. So that's why Buddha said, I can show you the path that lead to the liberation, right? But I cannot give you the liberation. That's so different. Do you understand? I show you the path, but I can't give you the liberation. You, he said, you have to take the path, and you liberate it yourself.
So a little earlier you said there's nothing permanent in this world, and so how are you describing Buddha nature, and are you putting it
That's
in this world or not?
that's a good question, but Buddha nature is beyond everything.
That's what I wondered.
Yeah, you can't say permanent, you can't say impermanent. It's beyond words, beyond everything. Indescribable. It depends. Alaya, two different, do you remember? Two different alayas, right? Relative alaya, ultimate alaya. So, but the relative, the conventional, the relative, the compounded things, there's nothing permanent.
Did you say there was absolute alaya?
Yep.
Is that the second? And what's the characteristics of, besides being absolute?
Absolute, the alaya, that's the Buddha nature. Ground wisdom, ground liberation. So remember that. So important. I show you the path, the Buddha said. I can't give you the liberation. if the government build a very nice road, path, and if you don't drive on that, what is the path for? Nothing. So if you go there, you use it, and then you will get the destination. Same thing. If Buddha shows the path, so then we have to take the path and liberate ourselves. So even the Buddha can't remove the karmic collection, right? That we have already. So you have accumulated virtuous karma in the past, or accumulate them now, then you will receive whatever happy, circumstances when they ripe. So there are three different karmas, right? There is a virtuous karmas, which accumulate from doing positive actions. Actions that have less self-interest involved with them. That's virtue karma. Then there is a non-virtue karma, which accumulate from doing negative actions that have very self-interested. And then there is the neutral karma. You will experience good, bad, both, So this life or next life or after death, all are depends on your cause and karma. If you understand this, you will know the best way to prepare for the future. Whenever you make a choice, you should ask yourself, and think about it. What are the consequences of this choice that I'm making? And will this choice bring happiness and benefit to me and also to those who are around you affected by this choice? So whenever you choose, right, you have to make these questions. And you will see if the choice feels comfortable and clear, which is probably based on a good motivation, you should do it. If it feels good, then you should do it. It depends totally on a good heart. So when you do something, it's very important to check your motivation carefully, as I always teach all of you. If your motivation is not pure, then make sure you should change it with bodhicitta. If you are unable to change your motivation, then you should pause. Don't do it right away. You should pause, and it will be better to stop doing it until you correct it. Because motivation is everything, so important. So that's usually, how you practice the Dharma. But Dharma itself is in your own mind. It is not something outside. So Dharma It depends entirely on your good or bad intentions. So, during the entire, like 24 hours a day, every action we do should be done out of bodhicitta. Do every action, meditating or whatever, out of bodhicitta as much as possible, because they become the cause of good, what do you call it, rebirth, and whatever happiness you wish in your next life. They become the cause of liberation from samsara and the cause of enlightenment, which is the greatest advantage for both of us and other beings. So all your actions then become dharma if you can do this. If your actions are with a bodhicitta mind, bodhicitta thought, they become the method to achieve all success. So I think we should really sort of focus our whole life on this point. We should plan to live our life with this attitude. Then all the temporal and ultimate success will follow, definitely. All your wishes and those of others succeed because of this attitude. It's amazing, huh? Bodhicitta is amazing. Whether you wish to have quick realization of the path, or you wish peace of mind, doing all your action, even like if you have problems in your everyday, all your actions out of bodhicitta is the most important and skillful practice. This one solution takes away so many problems. Bodhicitta attitude. So many problems. Otherwise, being concerned only about yourself, ourselves, doing everything only for your own happiness is the principal cause of negative karma that we're talking about here. So all the problems of stress, depression, loneliness, all this come from nothing but selfish attitude. So at this time, for example, you have a human body with freedoms and richness, advantages, not the body of an animal, You have taken a precious rebirth with an incredible capacity to think, to perform great actions. This is amazing, right? Which animals and the lower beings cannot do. So we have much potential to think in a better way and have the opportunity to benefit all sentient beings. So generate happiness rather than being so concerned about ourself, yourself. Always thinking, I don't have this. I need this. I don't have this. I should have it. By thinking like this, we create our attachment a lot. I don't have this. I don't have that. I should have it. I deserve it. All of that. We create our attachment and we create our sort of unsatisfaction. We create our selfish and we create our depression. So this whole things depends on your attitude. You can create this happiness with the wisdom, understanding cause and karma. If you have an attitude of bodhicitta, kindness towards a group of people, or at least, like say, one person, because that means you are more concerned about them, right, than yourself. Even if you working for just with 3 people in your family, or even like one person, since your work is done with this kind of attitude, with the thought of bodhicitta, kindness, then even if you do not know how to, transform your action into virtue, but your everyday activities will naturally become virtues because you are creating positive karma. It is the best protection and the best cause of happiness in this life, after this life. If all our activities are done with non-virtues out of selfishness, and that means worldly concern, only for the happiness of ourself, of this life, then this kind of activity in becomes the cause of samsara, which is cause of suffering, because naturally we accumulate negative karma. So this is how we try to play the antidote of when our negative karma and negative emotions arise. Negative emotions are always a bad karma. We have to know that. So that is the how. think about bodhicitta a lot. When you have to think about bodhicitta, kindness a lot when you practice cause and karma.
I have a question about, let's say you meditate 2 or 3 hours in the morning and you're feeling full of goodwill towards your fellow man. Immediately you get up and an hour later you're thinking something negative about someone. How is it you manage to do something in your practice, or in your meditation practice, I should say, since all of your life is practice? How do you extend that practice into your daily life? Or what can you do, for example, in meditation that would aid you in,
That would what?
that would help you in bringing bodhicitta, bodhisattva, all of those things that
I think it depends. Are you talking about your attitude?
yeah, I guess, your motivation, your
So there's
what reminds you to keep working at this during the day. It's still your practice when you're in your life. It isn't just your meditation and then you get up and start
I think
thinking bad thoughts about other people.
you making like two different times. That's the problem.
I'm making two different situations.
Well, this is situation. This is my meditation time.
Okay.
And then when you're done meditate, then you're not thinking about dharma, right? So that makes separate. So all the time, any action, whatever, you are saying something, you're doing something, whatever, try to with bodhicitta. Mixed. Otherwise, okay, 3 hours I meditate. Then you're done, right? So then you go outside, whatever you do with some, then you get angry or whatever something. Then that means you have a totally two different time, two different lives, kind of, One is your meditation. You think, oh, I need to be careful. I'm meditating. I can't upset. I can't do this. I can't do that. So because you're be careful and you're really focused on your practice. When you've done that, then you think, I'm done with my meditation, right? So I'm free, so I will do whatever I want. This is I want. Then you go outside or whatever, relate with people or whatever. Then sometimes, not so mindful, right? And then the situation arises. That's happened a lot with people, Even like in India. There are a few monks and they went to retreat in many years and they have no desire, no attachment and nothing. And then they telling each other, oh, I'm become almost a Buddha. I'm become this and this and that. And then when they done retreat and then went back to town, and then they see things, oh, this is beautiful, I want this. They think, oh, we are not become a Buddha. We lied to each other. So that's happened. Then they asked Buddha, and Buddha said, that's happened. When you meditate, you feel really good. But that means you are not completely awake or diminished all your negative karma. So then the circumstances arise and you cannot handle that. So that means like 24, just I said this morning, 24 hours a day, try to your all actions with bodhicitta.
You're saying it's your karma that kicks in when you get up from the mat.
Karma what?
Your karma begins to affect you.
No.
Don't
let, this is the problem, don't let karma control you. You have to control your karma. Do you understand? Sometimes people say, oh, this is my karma, I can't do anything. That's totally wrong.
There isn't a point in your practice when karma.
Yeah, that's why if you accumulated negative karmas, you have to purify that. And then you are going to stop accumulate negative karma in the future. So that means you are the power. You are the main person that control everybody about your attitude, about your thoughts. Not karma let control you, you know. I get that. This is my karma, I can do, you know. Why can't you do? Because karma is not permanent. Why can't you do karma?
Good question.
Yeah. You should say, I want control my karma. Where am I? Now we should practice cause and karma for a few minutes. Right? Am I right?
You talked briefly about what the three realms of cyclic existence is. What are the three realms?
The hell realm, hungry ghost, animal, hungry.
So the three realms, are those the six? I understand the six realms, but what are the three?
What do you mean? If you understand 6 realms, then you understand 3 realms.
Yeah, but how do you take the six realms and put them down to three? Is it like form, formless, and or is it?
Oh no, that's different. 6 realms, yeah.
So which three realms are they cutting out when they go from six down to three?
No, you can't do that. You want combined? Again, same thing. First, little bit practice Guru Yoga. The first sentences, the prayer. Same thing. What we did the last section, right? Namo.
You are the glorious embodiment of the wisdom, love, and power of the Buddhists of the three times and their heirs.
May we never part with
My soul and an everlasting source of refuge. Please dwell on the chakra of great bliss on my crown. My precious Guru, I pray to you. Please grant your blessings, my supremely kind master.
Okay. Good. Now you imagine Amasambhava dissolving into you, and then you rest. Few seconds. Okay. Now, when you practice cause and karma, I think it would be really nice if you practice the combination of the purification and bodhicitta, which is how you practice, how I practice cause and karma. So usually when I practice cause and karma, I think about what I had done, and I also recognize that I had done so many negative karmas in my life, right? And then, I have to purify them through practice bodhicitta and commitment. Do you understand? So when you meditate cause and karma, you have to think, in your life, you accumulated negative karma, positive karma, neutral karma, whatever. You go very in detail and deeply. Sometimes I do with this also 4 powers, which is purification practice, right? So think about karma. Karma is nothing other than your actions. Do you understand? Karma doesn't mean that somewhere exist and control us or punish us. Not like that. Karma means our action. So you have to say yourself and commit that I'm going to take care of my actions, accumulate good actions. I'm going to change my attitude, how I talk, how I look, how I related to others, everything. That is your karma. That is you causing karma, right? Whether you harm others or you help others, it depends your attitude, your actions. So harm for actions, always bad karma. Help actions, always good karma, right? So make sure that change that attitude. That's how you meditate. Thinking about karma. Karma is everything. Do you understand? So if you don't understand karma means action, then what is karma, right? I used to karma. In Tibet, Tibetans really very much believe in their karma, I used to think when I was, karma is somewhere exist and then looking at me and I did something bad and then I get the result very bad, punish or something like that. And then I studied with Buddhism, my mind really totally opened. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Karma is my action. My action, I am the responsible for my action, taking care of my actions, how I talk, how I look, how I relate it, others, everything like that is karma. So that's why you say I have to taking care of my actions. That's your commitment. And then because of the ignorance, right, we had done so many negative karmas in our lives, right? So then you think about that, okay, I have to purify that. So they're the same thing. You purify your karma or you practice bodhicitta, it's your commitment. They're same thing. So just I told you, if you can 24 hours a day, all your actions out of bodhicitta, that's the best. But as an ordinary person like us, we can't do it, right? Sometimes we forget bodhicitta. Sometimes we forget it, our teachers. How many times, sometimes I ask myself, how many times I remember my teachers? 100 times? Sometimes a lot, more than 100 times a day. But sometimes less. So like that, because of the ignorance, other thoughts, disturbing thoughts, right? So that's why we sort of relate it to negative thoughts, and then we accumulate negative karma, so we have to purify that. Do you understand? That's how you practice cause and karma. The most important is do not worry so much about what you had done, but make sure that you're going to stop the negative karma. You stop accumulate negative karma in the future. Okay, that is the point, right? So that's how you practice cause and karma. So combination of purification and bodhicitta. Bodhicitta can purify your negative karma. Because negative karma based on self-centered, selfish. Bodhicitta is the antidote for the selfish, right? Selfishness. Always, think about ourselves, right? Most time we ignore others, right? And forget others, right? So bodhicitta help us that and brings the benefit, develop good karma. So now you know that, and then we're going to recite the prayer 3 times. And then after that, this is also again analytical meditation. All of this analytical meditation, do you understand? Until you practice dzogchen, almost all this practice analytical meditation because of the foundation. These all the foundations, right? Foundation practice. Once you practice dzogchen, then there's no investigation, nothing analytic, just rest in meditation only. But until that, it's so important to think, investigate, because through that you develop your wisdom, understand everything, So this is another analytical meditation, and you sometimes you just can't think anything, just you stuck there, right? What should I think about when I practice cause and karma? Okay, I did this, I did that, I think about that. Now what should I think? There's nothing to think, Sometimes you have that feeling. So then at that time, just relax without thinking, without following thought. It makes your mind really calm, peace. Then you relax. Then you say the prayers, especially the Guru Yoga prayer, Each these 4 thoughts prayers has the lineage and the blessing prayer here. So that's very important to focus more on that. Okay, now. Say prayers. The ripening of virtues and negative deeds is inevitable, so that I might know right from wrong and act accordingly. My precious Guru, I pray to you, please grant your blessings, my supremely kind Master. The ripening of virtues and negative deeds is inevitable, so that I might know right from wrong and act accordingly. My precious Guru, I pray to you, please grant your blessings, my supremely kind Master. The rapine of virtues and negative deeds is inevitable, so that I might know right from wrong and act accordingly. My precious Guru, I pray to you, please grant your blessings, my supreme kind Master.